Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the second trimester. So let's get straight into the video, shall we? I am so impatient, and if you're anything like me, then you'll know the struggle of having to wait the long 20 weeks on average to find out the gender reveal. So I was willing to pay $500 to get the harmony test, which can detect the gender at 12 weeks. But everyone was like, no, you have to wait. Like, that's such a waste of money, unless, of course, you're getting it done for medical reasons. I was researching my options and came across a place that did gender scans from 14 weeks. So I called up and made a booking and got in 3 days later. Now, I was about 30 weeks and 4 days, and I was like, yeah, I'm 14 weeks because I'm just so impatient. So we ended up driving 2.5 hours away just to go to this private scan. We got them to check out the gender and put it in an envelope so we could surprise everyone. But on the drive home, we had to put the envelope in the back of the car just so we wouldn't open it because it was so tempting. Like, if you're pregnant, you will have an idea of how hard it is not to find out the gender. But we had to wait 4 hours so we could find it out with everyone else. So we arrived at the party shop and asked them what their options were for gender reveals, and we ended up choosing a balloon with confetti in it. We had to leave the envelope with them, which was so hard, and come back and pick it up when they're finished, which took about an hour. But while we were waiting, we ended up buying some party food.
It's a boy!
So I take it it's a boy.
So after popping the balloon and finding out the gender, my reaction probably wasn't the best. I had said in my heart that I wanted a girl only because there was no girl grandchildren in our family yet. On my side, there was on Isaac's side. And so I kind of just wanted to give our family a girl, if that makes sense. I suffered a little bit of gender disappointment, and I actually didn't know that this was a thing. And so I was feeling so guilty about wanting a girl. I felt empty inside, like it was like grieving, and it was so hard because I didn't know who to talk to, because a lot of people are just like, well, you should be grateful for being able to have a baby because not many people can. I found it really difficult to get out of that mind frame and be able to accept that we were having a boy. Still embarrassed to tell people that no, I did want a girl, and I was actually really disappointed that we are having a boy. When they asked me, what are you having and are you happy with what you're having, I'd just be like, yeah, it's great. I really found that going shopping and buying baby boy items really helped me get excited about having a little boy. I always came back to the whole feeling disappointed. It's hard for people to understand until they're actually going through it. And like I said, I didn't know it existed and I was freaking out, but it's actually quite common to have gender disappointment. And if you're feeling that way, then I just want to let you know that you're not alone. And at the end of the day, you're going to love your baby. So if you've suffered gender disappointment in the past and have any tips to share, that would be great if you could put them in the comments below, just so like other people can read them and know that they're not alone. We're not alone as females. We've got each other's back. I also did a semester at uni throughout my second trimester, and little did I know that was going to be the most mentally challenging point in my life. I had so many ups and downs. I had to drop a few courses. A lot went on in that time. I got really sick with low blood pressure and ended up fainting. I got anemic and just, it was not a nice time. Baby brain is a real thing. It's so hard to do a course and remember the content when your brain is just like a smushed sandwich. I really struggled with retaining information and even remembering what I had for breakfast. And it took so much time and so much dedication to be able to finish my courses. Not only did I struggle with uni at that point in my life, I also was dealing with a lot of mental health problems. I really suffered from isolation. I felt so alone and I did not know how to cope. Like, even though I had Isaac, he was working and I had uni, and it just felt like I was always going to uni and I never got time to see any of my friends or family. My mum, she was going through a divorce, so she had her own problems, and I just felt like I didn't have a shoulder to lean on. And it's a time in your life where you really need support. And as much as I appreciate Isaac, he could only do so much. I really missed my mom, and she wasn't there for me mentally. She wasn't even there for herself, so I can't expect her to be there for me. And it was so hard for me to be able to accept that. If you're feeling alone, just know that you are going to come out the other side, and that if you really, really need to reach out to someone, there are call lines and there are counsellors, and I highly recommend it. Like, I'm seeing a counsellor now. It's just so good to be able to talk to someone who isn't going to be biased and judge you. Some of the positive things I take out of the second trimester is my energy and appetite came back. I was able to love food again, which is so nice. I was able to cook meals. It just felt like I was myself again. It was generally such a relief compared to my first trimester, where I was so sick. Thank you for watching, guys.